The San Antonio Spurs ended up with the number 2 pick in the draft lottery. I have to say, as a Spurs fan, I was very thrilled to get the number 2 pick. I know some people who are Spurs fans are probably disappointed that they didn't get the number 1 pick, but going into the draft lottery, I wasn't expecting the Spurs to get a top 3 pick. Most likely, they were projected to be like the number 8 or number 9. That's where they were going to land, most likely, if things went out the way it was supposed to go by percentages. So when they opened up the envelope and the Spurs didn't get like the ninth or eighth pick, my mouth dropped. I was like, oh shit, this is ridiculous. I wonder how high they're going to go. And to go all the way to number 2 was incredible. Granted, I know some people would have been thrilled with the number 1, which I understand, but you can't get too greedy. I think the Spurs got Cooper Flag. It would be gluttony, to be honest. So we've been spoiled the last few years. I can't be upset that they didn't get the number 1 pick. Granted, I didn't think Dallas deserved it. I would have preferred the Charlotte Hornets or Wizards to get it, but it is what it is. I'm happy with the number 2 pick. Very happy. And it just opens up the door for many things to happen regarding the Spurs when it comes to roster construction. One thing that's been interesting is just the last 3 years, the Spurs have gotten ridiculously lucky in the NBA draft, getting Victor 2 years ago with the number 1 pick. Last year, overachieving, getting the number 4th pick when they shouldn't have even gotten that, and getting Stephon Castle, who ended up being the rookie of the year, was insane luck. And now just getting the number 2 pick, to me, that's just crazy. I think the last team to get this type of luck in the lottery 3 straight years in a row was the OKC Thunder during the late 2000s, when they had a stretch where in 2007 they got the 2nd pick and they got Kevin Durant. And then in 2008 they got the 4th pick and they got Russell Westbrook. And then in 2009 they got the 3rd pick and they got James Harden. I feel like the Spurs are kind of on this trajectory. Granted, Castle is not proven yet, and whoever they get is not going to be proven yet with this pick. But I feel they have a lot of potential to create a big 3 with this draft pick and what they have with Castle and Victor already, and De'Aaron Fox. To me, it's just awesome. Just think about all the possibilities. Now, with that being said, will the Spurs trade this pick and their number 14th pick for Giannis? Is a possibility. You can't rule it out. I don't know if they will, but I'm sure that they will throw that out there, because I've heard the Spurs have reached out before to Milwaukee to see if it was possible for them to get Giannis some way. So the channels are open for a trade like this to happen. Now, as a Spurs fan, I'm fine with trading the 2 picks and even future draft picks for Giannis and any combination of players that the Bucks want outside of giving up Victor and Stephon Castle. They could have any other group of players from the team. I'm fine with doing that. I just don't want to give up Castle. I am greedy. I want to keep him. I think he's special. I think he's going to be a star. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure the Bucks probably will demand Castle, but I don't want to give up Castle. I know it sounds crazy. Even if it's for Giannis, I just want to keep Castle. I think there's something special about this guy. This is why I'm glad I'm not in the situation the Spurs are in. I'm not their GM or management, but it's a tough decision. What they do now with this number 2 pick, do you just keep it and draft whoever is available at number 2? I've heard that there's some very good players they could get, but we'll see. It's going to be very, very interesting just how this goes down. If they keep the pick, I'll be happy. If they trade it, I'll still be happy. If that results in getting Giannis, Victor, De'Aaron Fox, that would be insanely ridiculous. So it's a very exciting time to be a Spurs fan. There's just a lot of potential for the future and just how this team is going to be constructed. And yeah, man, it's very exciting when you think about all the possibilities. And just the only thing as Spurs fans we have to hope for now is that our core stays healthy, that Victor stays healthy, Castle stays healthy, Fox is healthy. If we have good health, I think Spurs can do some amazing things the next few years. It's great to have this renaissance happening right now with the Spurs. after, the quiet trade happened several years ago. It was like a dark cloud that was over the organization for a while. And now I just feel it's like the sun is coming out, and it's a bunch of happy days ahead, hopefully, if the Spurs remain healthy, that is. So that's all I had to say about this.